Hi, this is Eric Jantra from Neptune, and this video will give you your first real look at the exciting new on-demand feature that we're adding to Neptune Game Time. Now, this feature has been several years in development, and we are really excited to finally roll it out to all of our great partners across the country. So let's get started with this Neptune Game Time on-demand tutorial. Now, what you see on screen right now is a screenshot of the Neptune Media Player, which is virtually identical to what you've had in the past. We are now going to call this radio mode because it is just like a radio station. You can turn it up or you can turn it down, but you can't pause it or play anything on demand. We've got a program playing on the station right now, and I'm going to turn it up so that you can hear that for just a moment.
Pride, the James Clemens Jets, and Game Time. You're listening to Game
So there's the program playing that you hear. But in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you should see a button that says On Demand. Now, when we click on that button, two things are going to happen. First of all, the music playing in radio mode is going to fade out quickly, and then the screen will expand to include 24 boxes that will occupy your on-demand talent. So let's go ahead and do that. The music stopped playing, as you might have been able to hear faintly in the background, and it opened what is going to be the on-demand screen. So that's what we're looking at right now. Right now, we're on a general use screen. You can see the tab in the bottom left-hand corner says general use. The only other tab we have listed right now is commercials, which would obviously be the ideal place to keep all of the commercials for your sponsors. But you can add additional tabs if you'd like. We recommend that you consider having a different tab for each individual sport at your school, since your different athletic teams might have different songs that they want to listen to during their sporting events. So that's how that works. For now, though, we're going to focus on the general use screen, which we have populated with just a handful of songs, as well as the national anthem. Let's assume that it's time for your sporting event to begin, and you need to play the national anthem. You can see that the national anthem is in the right-hand corner of the screen, so I'm going to click on it. When I click on it, it turns it light blue, and that indicates that it's been selected, but it isn't playing yet. It's going to play here in a moment, but there's another step we have to take. I'm going to take the mouse or the cursor, and I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to click the play button that's above. Now, when I do this, the national anthem is going to start playing, as you'll be able to hear. Now, you wouldn't normally, of course, close out the national anthem while it's playing, but let's say that it was another song playing beside the national anthem, and you needed to stop it because your sporting event, there was a timeout that was ending or whatever the case was. You needed to get back quickly to silence so that your sporting event could continue. All you would do is click right here on the stop button. And when you do that, the player is going to fade out and it's going to stop. Now, on the computer that we're doing it here for the purpose of this video, it happens very quickly. But on your laptop that you'll be using, it'll happen at a much slower speed, okay? So when that happens, just hit the stop button. When you need it to stop, the song you're playing will immediately fade out. Then you can choose another song. Let's say that we want to play another song, so I'm going to choose Thunderstruck by AC/DC. I've got it highlighted blue, but again, it's not going to play until I click the play button, which I'm going to do right here. I'm going to turn it back down. And again, let's say that the timeout has ended and you want to stop that song from playing. So you just click the stop button and it'll fade out very quickly and it'll be back to silence for you. Now, this particular on-demand screen only has 4 items on it, but you can have as many songs listed on any individual screen as you desire. There are 24 boxes to start with on each of these screens, but if you have more songs than that you want on a screen, it will expand and we can keep adding to it. We would, however, recommend that you try to stay with 24 or fewer songs on each individual screen, just because it's easier for your PA announcer or whoever's running this particular machine to be able to keep track of one screen as opposed to having to scroll down to find additional songs. Now, let's say you've got a timeout in your sporting event, and instead of playing a song, you want to play a commercial for one of your great sponsors that are helping you generate revenue with Game Time. Just click on the Commercials tab down at the bottom, and then highlight the commercial you want to play. In this case, we're going to choose Suddenlink, which is an advertiser at one of our sponsors, one of our partner locations. So we're going to choose that particular commercial. It's highlighted, which means it's blue, which means it's ready to play. So if a timeout has been called and you want to play a commercial, just click play.
And enjoy the best in TV, internet, phone, and home.
The commercial will immediately stop playing. Now, as is the case with the national anthem, you really wouldn't want to stop in the middle of a commercial. So don't play a commercial unless you're confident that you're going to have the full 30 seconds it's going to take to be able to play that commercial. But let's say that for whatever reason you want to stop it, you can just click the stop button and it will fade out and it will immediately stop. Okay. Now we're going to go back to the general use tab for the rest of this tutorial. Let's assume now that it is halftime, or maybe your game has ended. Whatever the reason, you want to go back to radio mode on your Neptune system. That is super easy. Just go back to the On Demand button in the top right-hand corner and click on it. When you do that, your system is immediately going to change back to the radio mode and you will immediately hear music playing.
Coming up here on Game Time.
Grab any size Thirst Buster for only 79 cents at Circle K.
I told you were going to hear music. You'll hear whatever was programmed to be playing at that moment. When you switch back to radio mode, it will be playing a song or a commercial or a message from a DJ. Whatever was supposed to be playing at that moment, that is what's going to be there. We will program all of your sporting events just like we always have so that you can be confident that when you go back to radio mode, there will always be music and messages playing at the time they should be. Well, there you have it. That is a quick tutorial of our new on-demand feature and how it'll work in Neptune Game Time. I'm going to open the screen back up for you so you can look at it. I know that you're probably asking right now, well, how do we get the songs we want loaded onto on-demand? So I will tell you that we are going to produce a separate video that shows you exactly how that works. That video, as well as all of our training tutorial videos, will be available to you on the Neptune Game Time HQ page. Thanks for being a great Neptune Game Time partner, and enjoy On Demand.